to another episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game.
The imitation game.
Let's meet the panel.
Hi, I'm Morgen.
I'm Ari.
Charlie.
And I'm Josh. And today is a very special day because it's Charlie's birthday!
Hooray! Alright! 25.
Charlie, you are a quarter of a
Happy
century
birthday,
years old.
Happy birthday, Pin the Tail on the Seahorse.
Alrighty.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, everybody.
Happy birthday, Charles.
Thank you.
Alrighty. We'll have a little bit of a present for
I
you
love
later
presents. Is it edible?
on. It is edible.
It is edible.
Can I play with it too?
I don't think
No.
that's a good idea.
No, don't encourage him.
What are we going over today, Laney?
Today we were discussing Nothing Gold Can Stay by Robert Frost.
It's a
Good.
great poem.
Robert Frost is the great American poet.
I like to say
Even if Lily thinks otherwise.
the 8 lines. This could be called the 8 lines of epiphany or 8 lines of epitomization on innocence. So we'll see what we.
What is our first question?
What do you feel the speaker is referring to when he refers to gold?
I think he's trying to say, this is, I think, hold on, it's becoming, it's obviously it's nature. This is a nature poem. And he's saying about the leaves changing, grass coming out, flowers blooming.
But it only lasts for so long.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's there and it's gone.
My statement is that it was not just the idea of innocence, but the ability to enjoy something for its great desire, but only to do so for so long.
Kind of like
Yeah,
a piece
absolutely.
of, kind of like a brownie with ice cream on it. It's there, and no, really, I'm not being silly this time. I promise. It's you get that brownie, and it's got that hot fudge and the ice cream on top. Oh my god! And
There's beauty in its
I
rarity.
think one of the good
that's
a
what you're
great
trying to
example
say.
would be going to the movie theater,
And it doesn't last.
going into this magnificent room and seeing this these extraordinary images, especially if it's 3D.
yeah.
And then when the
Almost
movie's
not like
over,
3D.
all you have is an empty room with a screen, unless you find nostalgia in going to the front, looking behind, and seeing the rolling light on the camera, which was something that magnificent film critic Gene Siskel loved to do.
I think an interesting statement that you could add before Nothing Gold Can Stay, if you wanted to say, well, this is the second half of a sentence, Nothing Gold Can Stay, I think the beginning could be all that glitters is gold, but nothing gold can
Ooh,
stay.
yeah.
If anyone's ever heard of Smash Mouth.
I don't think that Frost may have been playing on that, but he was known for straying away from what everybody else thought.
Yeah, I think in this poem, Charles mentioned about how it's about nature. I think it's only talking about nature as this particular example. I think it could mean anything based off of how things don't last very long, or how someone can't stay innocent for a long period of time, or however you want to view it.
I think gold is, nature's first version of gold. So gold is comparing all these like the new and the innocence and the young and the fresh to something that's precious and rare, and it's just kind of establishing like the beautiful things that are rare and precious, and then it kind of just establishes in the poem, and then nothing gold can stay. Gold is all precious and beautiful things, die.
And then nature's first green is gold. That's, like I said, an example of something that could be gold. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the only thing that is gold.
We can also question humanity. The beauty only lasts for so long.
Or beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Is that one?
I don't. That's.
Almost.
I think
You know
that's
what?
the
No,
opposite.
no, yeah.
That's the opposite argument. But but even life in general, we only live for so long.
Enjoy it.
I
Have
read
that extra cookie.
I read somebody's interpretation of this poem where nature's first green is gold, where the gold is like this is supposed to be like a day, like kind of like seasons, whatever. That's supposed to be like the start of the day to the end of the day. The first green is gold, like because there's golden light on everything, and that as the sun rises, the green isn't gold anymore.
And at night is obviously the end of
The day.
the day. 5 o'clock it's time.
Yeah, so dawn goes down today, nothing goes down yet. So it's like,
Okay. Our next question.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel this poem suits its purpose in S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders? And if so, why?
Yes, I do.
I do too. And I say that.
I do think so.
I say that also because for those of you that haven't read The Outsiders, it's a great book. Read it.
Read it.
And
for once.
Oh.
Oh, my birthday, man? Really?
Hey, everyone
I
can
know.
improve. Nothing gold can stay. Right?
Exactly.
It's the part that it occurred when Ponyboy and Johnny escape town after they murdered Asosh. They end up in they run away. They go to another town and they begin to bond with one another in a brotherly way. And
Which creatures don't do because they're rough and
Right.
tumble.
They find some kind of just sentiment in
pure,
Mhm.
pure, innocent.
That's what I was going to say. They're innocents.
Yeah, well,
People
they're not innocent after they killed the soldier.
Well, yeah, but
people
you
that
know,
beat one another up
you're not innocent.
have a soft side.
People that what? People that won what?
That beat one another up. They have this soft side for sunsets and poetry, and especially a poem about breaking away from innocence, which someone like Dallas Winston has done so long ago.
That's almost what The Outsiders was about. It was about being forced to break away from innocence and coping with it, basically.
Because
That's what a lot of S.C. Hinton's books have to do with, apparently.
they're pretty much this. All of her,
'Cause I remember
all of
that
the
was-
stories that follow The Outsiders are pretty much the same thing with different names and different
Yeah, like
characters.
Rumblefish was almost identical to Outsider. You could have taken this and put it in Rumblefish. It would have been just about exactly the same.
Only some of it was not really. It was her other. There was that was then, this is now.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only the one Rumblefish and that was then, this is now were the only other two that I read.
Yeah.
They were only okay. The Outsiders I thought was brilliant.
Rumblefish?
Rumblefish.
I kind of like starfish. Like Patrick Star.
I like tilapia.
I do too.
Already.
Mm-hmm. Very
Butter,
food focused
oil.
today.
Anybody have any final thoughts?
I have a final thought, unless you want to say something first. It's your birthday,
you know,
after all.
Thank you. And what I wanted to say is that you can, if you're putting on a play, or not, if you're doing something in the classroom for teachers that view this, or instructors, you can have your class memorize this for an extra 10 points on a quiz. And obviously, this would not be for a math class, or it probably could work in a history class, but it's definitely for literature. So
I think only for literature.
yeah.
Mhm.
Don't put it in science. You know, my science teachers did this when I left. Yes, he's gone. No more burns, injuries. Yeah, I was never a behavioral problem. I was just, clumsy. Now this thing.
Were you the one that sucked on the helium and
Hey, everybody!
flew out of the room?
No, it takes a lot for me to fly.
Flew out of the room.
No, but I did.
He's
I
kinda
had-
like scooted
I had
his
enough
way out.
injuries. I have enough injuries to
Yeah.
yeah.
Not
But-
battle scars.
As I was saying, for those, I don't know if you're a teacher, instructor, yeah, great extra 10 points on the quiz on your English exam or final or midterm, you got that one kid in the class, Charlie, come on, kick it up a little bit. You got that extra 10 points, it's good to have. It's also good to have if you're going off to college, for those of you that are college students or going into college, this is good to have, memorized.
So you can impress your dates.
Mhm.
With it.
You can get your, where's my
That's
cake?
what everyone wants to hear.
Screw my date. I just want my cupcake.
That's the plan.
I think
That's
Ari's going to say one more
Yeah,
thing.
I was looking at the poem. I read it first time last night, so I'm a little bit new to this. But there is one line in here, one of the lines I really think that can be viewed in many ways. When it says, "So Eden sank to grief." So
Oh,
God
that
died
was
the
something.
day.
That's an interesting point that you bring up. Eden sank to grief because Eden was everything that humanity
Yes.
could possibly want and have.
Yes. And the initial, the image we have of like the first
The garden.
beautiful
Garden of Eden. Garden
young
of Eden.
And
But
Perfect.
because Adam and
Yeah.
Eve decide that they need to possess
they
control
need to
of
realize that they're
what belongs to for what God controls
They
and eat
were-
the forbidden fruit, they're ejected from Eden.
And that's
And
why
it's,
there's sin in
it's
the
not
world.
just Eden. Eden's a great example, but if you look, for those of you who know about the Bible, soon after in that book, there's the story of Noah, where you have the flood, and obviously even God thinks that sometimes nothing gold can stay.
Mhm.
So in that case, he floods the entire planet, the entire world, and I think
We had a lot of great, we had a lot of great agriculture coming out. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be a weather person.
I didn't know you were there.
I just think that this one line, so Eden sank to grief, so dawn goes down to day, is a really deep line, and I think it's very, it almost it basically just describes the poem by itself.
I definitely agree. It was a magnificent line. Already then, you ready for some cupcakes?
Are you ready?
Already.
I am ready.
Cupcakes, cupcakes.
Happy birthday
To you.
Well, you don't have to
Happy
sing.
birthday
Aw.
to you.
Happy birthday, dear Charles. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, fire! I'm not allowed near that.
Go.
I'm not allowed near that.
You're not allowed.
I'm not allowed near fire.
You're lucky that our moderator.
So I gotta put it out.
So we got
Uh-huh.
there's vanilla cupcakes and bacon cupcakes and
Bacon!
and whatever
You
that
get the
is.
first choice. Birthday.
Cookies and cream cupcakes.
Get all the cupcakes.
I'm probably gonna have a
That
vanilla.
is horrifying. Oh my god.
It's bacon.
Chocolate with
That is
bacon.
Bacon!
horrifying. No.
I've seen like maple bacon pancakes.
Are we still rolling?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Congrats, Charlie, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much, guys.
We'll see you next time on Literary Gladiator.
Woo!
Check this collection of Robert Frost poetry.
Speaking
It's
of
magnificent. For
Frost
now,
lady.
keep reading.
And eating.
Happy
Yes,
birthday.
eating.
Live long and prosper.
Thank you very much.